All right. Welcome to Grown Up State. I'm Woody, but you guys know that. You're all my friends watching anyway. So, we have 576 dispensaries now open. I don't know if you guys saw any of my other previous videos, but when I first started this, there was about 500. So, we've added 70 some dispensaries in the last couple months. There's thousands that are pending, and I believe they're chipping off the list of quite a few that have already been approved. There's been talks about a dispensary opening up here in the Ski Town area, up here in the Catskills. It's exciting. This market is just turning on with Trump signing the executive order to make this a Schedule 3. It opens up the floodgates. Now, Pam Bondi's got to sign off on shit. They really have most of the work done from the previous administration. I think they're going to fast track this. What that means is then a bunch of other bills got to get signed, like safe banking. They got to be able to be banked. This is a big problem. I know growing up around the black market industry, from 30 years ago, the most dangerous thing about this plant is when you have a large amount of cash. And when there's large amount of cash and a bunch of sketchy fucking dudes, well, that's when the weed market gets dangerous. Or if you don't listen to cops when they tell you to fucking get on the ground or whatever. Obviously, always, you know, anyways, long story short, this market is about to turn on. I've been doing this and paying attention to this for over a decade. You guys know me. You know, dude, I've been chart reading this shit and fucking losing money on it for a long time. I got away from it. I actually fucking hated the whole cannabis market. Watched it, still watched it. You look at a 5-year chart, you can see the downtrend. And what happens is it's a lower low, and even a lower high. Something changed. Something changed a year ago, and I noticed it, and I've been waiting for it, and this is what changed. Everything in the cannabis market went flat. All the big players, your Tilrays, your Aurora, all your big players, they all went flat for the past year. Some of them were showing little higher highs, little higher lows, but predominantly they were all flat. But the other thing that happened is all these companies, they did reverse splits, they cleaned up their bottom lines, and most of them paid up almost all their debts. They're all setting up for what is about to happen. Now, when they take these crazy tax code 280E off these people's necks, and they're actually able to not only already showing profit under fucking hyper regulation, they're going to be able to show massive profits, which will increase everything immensely. I believe a lot of these companies will even start paying dividends. I'm a firm believer in keeping track of the ETFs. And if you don't know what an ETF is, I think all you guys do, but it's basically a conglomerate of all the different companies, and it's a bullshit company that, whatever, plays the fucking game. Look into it. It's a good way to bet on a section of the market. But here you go. Everything's showing flat for the past year, and when the rumor was happening he was going to sign this, and there's always going to be ups and downs, but you got to look at a overall long chart, and that's something I'm good at. I've done this for a long time, guys. It spiked, which was showing a higher high across the past year. I mean, this is across the board. ETFs, main companies. And then, when it came back down, and everybody was freaked out about it, what I saw and was waiting for, and I started buying again, now that I've seen everything kind of flatten out here, is a higher low. And that's what we just established. So, Bottom line is, this is a market that's about to turn on. This shit is all cheap right now. I like the ETFs, MSOS, MSOX, and things of this nature. There's a few of them out there. I like the main producers and the main growers like Aurora, Tilray, Cureleaf, even MaryMed. Things that companies that are actually producing. Even the producers of like the concentrates like Leafly. They're not high volume companies, but they're affordable, and most of the big producers are there. It's the beginning of a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's about to turn on. I would say definitely take a look at it. I'm gonna follow closely the companies that are playing in New York, like Cureleaf, Cresco, Green Thumb, Pharmacana. Companies that are putting money into New York, because I'm interested to see how this plays out. Just I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying, look into this stuff. It is just the beginning. There's going to be massive ups and downs. I swing trade a lot, and I try to invest. So I love what I'm about. What's about to happen. I love to see the volatility. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news. If you swing trade, if you want to invest in this, look for when it pulls back, and look to see if a couple months ago it was lower high or higher low. Anyways, bottom line is, this is an industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry that's about to turn on. I'm not wrong about this. Guys, check it out. Talk to me. Hit me up if you got... whoever of my boys watch this. Anybody that doesn't know me, I'm doing this Grown Up State to just kind of watch the New York State cannabis market turn on. It's something that I never thought I'd see as a kid. Growing up here, I was told it was the worst thing you could ever do, and I learned pretty early. I was like, drinking might be a little worse, crack might be a little worse. I think out of all the poisons, this might not be the worst of them. And to see it demonized and to realize how bullshit it is, you learn to question a lot of things. Everybody just take a breath. I hope everybody stops screaming at each other and starts thinking a little bit more. And hey, man, let's go on this journey. Check it out. Woody, Grown Up State. Peace. Have a fucking beautiful night.